So you're about to give a speech, and you're thinking, what do I want to talk about? What do I want to talk about for this speech? What's the best way to give this speech? And it's a challenge. If you've ever faced that issue, trying to figure out exactly what you're going to be talking about. There's so many topics. You're thinking, well, you could talk about this, or I could talk about that, or I could talk about something else, but what is it that's going to be the best and really kind of work the best? And how do I know when I really picked a solid topic? Because that's the challenge of speaking. You want to pick a solid topic. A topic people think, okay, yeah, all right, okay. A topic that works. And somehow everything just kind of comes together and works. And the challenge of people is they got so many different things. They think, so many things I could be talking about, but what is really the best thing to talk about, and how should I make that happen? And it's an issue. It's a big issue, a constant issue in your speaking to figure out what that topic is. Because of course, if you know a topic, you can't speak. If there's nothing you can talk about, then you can't talk. And that's the challenge many speakers have, is they don't know what to talk about, so they never really get talking. It's always, well, I plan to talk, I'll give a talk later on, I'll talk about something, I'll do that. Got some ideas floating around in my head. Maybe you've said that. A few ideas in my head. But some of those ideas never really get down onto the actual speaking paper. You either never write them down or you never say them because they're just kind of in your head. They never really go anywhere. So wouldn't it be nice if there are some general things you can start thinking about that would really get your mind focused on, okay, this topic would really work? Because another challenge is you're thinking, okay, how do I decide what topic really works? How do I decide this topic or that topic? What are the criteria for creating that topic? What are the things I need to keep in my head when I'm trying to figure out what needs to come out of my mouth? Right? You thought that. That's normal. Perfectly fine. And that's what you want to learn about. And that's what we'll talk about today. That's what you'll find out today. So you're going to learn about picking a topic. You're going to find out a little bit more about the things that you should be thinking about when you go into picking a topic. Because it's really not that big a deal provided you start out down the right path. If you remain the wrong way and you're kind of over here thinking, oh, maybe I talk about that, then things will kind of fall apart because you really don't have any way to structure ideas to think. But if you can think of the right way, then things kind of come together. Things kind of work. Like, oh, yeah, okay, that'll work. You think the right way over here. Yeah, all right, great. Yeah. Then everything comes together and everything works. It's all about finding that magic topic. Now, a magic topic doesn't mean, of course, a topic that does magic or that magic creates. It's about that topic that just kind of works in all different sorts of levels. And the topic just kind of comes together. You think, oh, yeah, well, yeah, that topic, and everything just kind of all comes together. So you're going to find out about that. How to make all those different parts come together. So when they all come together, of course, then you got really something that really works well, then you feel it, then you know it. And you get out there on stage and, that amazing feeling when everything just comes together. You're thinking, wow, I can do this. This works. Look at the audience thinking, yeah. They're pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with it. It all works. That's what it's all about, getting it all to work. And all that has to really do with finding out three of the basic questions and answering those questions and understanding how those questions work. So right at the very beginning, well, where do you begin? Where do you begin in picking a topic? What sort of things should you be thinking about? And of course, there's all sorts of different topics you can think about. But how do you think about them? That's the thing. You see, a lot of people go in and just think, oh, well, I'll do this or I'll do that. And then you don't follow up on it. Maybe you've had a situation where you get a topic and you're thinking, oh, I could do this for a while. And then you're kind of like, because speech takes work. You got to keep working on it and developing it and giving it over and over again. And you're just like, oh, man, I'm tired of that. You know that feeling? I'm just tired of that. This just isn't working for me. And then maybe you pick up a different topic later. Oh, we'll try this a little bit. And you're like, after you give the speech, 3 or 4 times, you practice it through 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 or 15 times, thinking, ugh, tired of that one. And that's what many speakers do. And why they really don't get outside of just speaking around Toastmasters or some other such place. Or even in Toastmasters, they really don't do as much as they could because they just keep going through speech after speech after speech and they never really get anywhere. Speaking is re-speaking. Speaking is re-speaking. If you have something really good, you want to re-speak it. That's the whole thing. Of course, if you want to speak it and you keep on going at it, then that's a good thing. But many times this is what happens. Get out there, you pick a topic at random, and you think, okay, well, maybe this will work. Or someone might like this. Or I'm not quite sure about this, but I've heard something about it. And it just all kinds of falls apart. But there's this basic thing that has to be there. Because it's not, everything falls apart. And that's all right. I mean, things fall apart. And of course, maybe you're happy with that. Maybe you're like, oh, fine, I'm going to give a topic, and then, I'll do that for a little bit. I'll get tired of that one, and then I'll give a new one, and then I'll give a new one, and a new one, and, I'll give a new speech every time I get up. Fine. The problem by giving a new speech every time you get up is you give a whole bunch of really mediocre speeches because the speech never really comes together. Because just as it's starting to come together, you're like, I don't know. I've done that thing enough. Let me go do something else. And if you're getting evaluation feedback from people, hey, you ought to try this, you ought to try that, and you don't redo the speech, then you've got no time to try this or try that. So you don't know, did that work, did it not work, that idea would work, would it work better this way, better that way? Because the whole thing just kind of falls apart. You're like, whatever. No big deal. Doesn't matter. You had that feeling? Or it just kind of all falls apart? Well, that happens because you didn't ask yourself one basic question about the speech. About the speech topic, precisely. And that question is, do I love it? Do I love it? See, that's the thing. If you've got something you love, you can just do it and do it and do it forever. You can talk about it on and on and on. Maybe you've experienced this at a party where there is somebody, possibly drunk, who just keeps bumping into people and keeps on telling about their life story. Say, hey, how are you doing? Let me tell you about my life. I was going through and all these things happen, and then you go on and on. You're like looking around, get somebody away from me. But they love that topic, whether it's their life or whatever the heck it is. And they may be the bore, but everybody knows them because they love that topic. Maybe it's just talking about themselves and their life. It's talking about something else. But that's it. What do you love? What do you enjoy? What do you like doing? Maybe hobbies? Sort of hobbies you have? If you have something you really like and you really enjoy, like get into it, then talk about that. Maybe you're thinking, Tim, I don't know if I really should talk about that. I love it, yeah, but do I really talk about that? Well, for right now, it's a good starting place. It's a good starting place to start with something you love. At least you can talk about it over and over and over again, just like that drunk at the party wandering around. Now, of course, in order to not be that drunk at the party, there are a couple other questions you need to ask and answer. We'll get to that in a little bit. But right now, just do I love it? Is a great place to start. Pick a topic. Just think, okay, do I love that topic? You do? Start with that. All right, now you have a topic at least that you love. Hopefully. If you haven't figured it out, just what is something you do over and over again you really enjoy? That's something you might be able to talk about. So at least if you practice that speech about that topic, you'll probably do it over and over and over because you love it. That's why hobbies are great. You're thinking, I like to play chess. Well, you can talk about chess. If you really like to play chess, you can talk about it over and over and over again. Great, you love it. And if you love it, you can re-speak, because speaking is re-speaking. That's the whole thing about speaking. You've got to re-speak it. Once isn't enough. And if you love the topic, you can talk about it over and over and over again. And it just works. So if you love it, great. Talk about it. And that's fine. But loving a topic isn't quite enough. In fact, that example of the party bore is exactly it. They love their topic. They'll tell it to anybody. The problem is nobody wants to hear it. You've ever been to a place with a party bore, you know how it is. You see them coming, you're like, oh, I hope they don't talk to me because I don't want to be there. And if they do talk to you, you're always like this. Yeah. And you're thinking, who can I dump this person off to? Who else could I point them? Hey, yeah, really interesting talk. You know who'd really like that? That guy over there. Oh, they'd love it. Yeah. Ooh, talk to that guy. Yeah, right. Yeah, go. Now, please. They love it. But that's not enough to create an interesting speech. See, love is great. You can go on and on and on about I really love this and I really enjoy this and that's fine. There's something else missing. And maybe you've noticed that in speeches where you think, oh, this guy clearly has a lot of passion for the subject. But there's something missing. Something that's not there. Now, if they're talking about themselves, this thing probably is there. But if they're talking about anything else, you're thinking, passionate, but something is missing, not there, and you may not even realize what it is. Happens all the time. The person goes on and on, and you're like, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Interesting, yeah, don't know about that. Yeah, maybe. Not sure if the, no, really can't really go with that one. No, I don't think, no. Now that reaction, you start listening to something and after a while you're like, no. Because you know something about it that they don't know. So even if you ask yourself, do I love it? That's a great speech topic, but also, do I know it? Do I know it? That's really important. Do I know it? So you can love something. Hey, I really love this. This is really fantastic. But know nothing about it. I love this subject. I know nothing about it, but I really love it. Now, of course, if you love it, you might want to learn more about it. And that's pretty natural. You love something, then you start to know something about it, start to learn about it. If I don't know about it, I love it a lot, so I can find out more and more and examine that sort of thing. That's great. That's just great. So, if you love it, and you know it, you're almost all the way there. At least you got a topic you can talk about that you know something about, or you can learn something about to know more about it. So if you do go up there and present on that subject, you're knowledgeable. You got that passion, you got that knowledge, you always thinks, okay, yeah, this person knows what they're talking about, loves what they're talking about, and they know something about it too. So not only get the passion, but I'm going to learn something. And that's great. And it all kind of comes together. It's like, okay, passion, the knowing, we're good to go. Maybe you're thinking, Tim, okay, that's it, right? Passion and knowing. You're passionate about it, you love it, you know it, do it. Well, not quite yet. There's one other thing to think about. One other thing that's really important, many speakers ignore. All right, the good news is you love what you're talking about. So you can talk about it for hours and hours and you just keep going and going. You can take that speech that you're doing and do it 10, 15, 20, 100, 1,000 times. Doesn't matter. You love it. You're like, oh, every time I do this speech, it just feels better and better. And all the feedback I get in my evaluator is just making me so good at this speech. It's great. And you feel that. Just down in your soul, you're like, yeah, all right. I love it, yeah. You get excited about it. Ooh, I gotta give that speech again. Woohoo! Yeah. You really love it. That's great. That's great. But also, you know something about it. So it's not only, oh yeah, I really love it. It's really, so, I've been studying about it, I've been learning about this. I know this stuff really well. And I think about it, it's like, okay, yeah, I get that, yeah. You know it. You know it beginning to end all the way through. So if someone comes up with you in the middle of a speech and say, what about X, Y, and Z? That's an important point. I'll talk about that afterwards, but glad you brought that up. Not in my speech today, but I do want to talk about that to you privately afterwards. So you don't answer it then, but you will answer it later because you know it. They aren't stumping you. You know what's going on. And when you talk about something, the audience thinks, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. This guy knows what he's talking about. This gal knows where she's going. Knows about this speech. So that's great. You love it, you know it. And some people stop there. They think, oh, I love it. I know it. I'm good. That's it. I'm done. Maybe you heard those speeches. You're thinking, hey, this person, yeah, they're really passionate about what they're talking about. They really know what they're talking about, but I don't know. There's something missing. There's just something missing. And unfortunately, there are a lot of speakers in that situation. They love what they're talking about. They know a lot about it. But that third thing is missing, and so you're sitting in the audience thinking, yeah, this person really knows a lot about this subject. Pretty excited about it. Can't say the same. Not really. Oh boy, time to get a watch. Definitely time to get a watch. You know, it doesn't work because that's something missing. Still is missing just a little bit there, and you're thinking, okay, maybe, but that thing is missing, and so no, I can't go along with this. Passion, yes. Love what they're doing. Know what they're talking about. Great, but gotta ask yourself that third question. That third question simply is, what does the audience care about? What does the audience care about? Hey, it's great that you love it. It's great that you know it. But if the audience doesn't care about it, it's not going to work. Now, the good news is if you love it and you're passionate about it, you may be able to talk the audience into caring about it. Explain why you're so passionate about it, why it's so important, and maybe the audience think, yeah, it should be important to me too. But don't just presume automatically because you love it and you know it, the audience is going to say, yeah, hey, I love it too. Because that is what happens. You've got to either have an audience that already cares about it, or you've got to make your audience care about it. And that's really where everything comes together. So in a speech topic, you're thinking, okay, I know it, I love it, but always thinking about, okay, what is this what the audience care about? Which means you have a topic that's big that you really know and love, you want to narrow it down, okay, what part here is really going to fit with them? So you may know and love some topic and know a lot about it, and you'll have different speeches for different audiences. So this one, the audience really care about this, and this audience really care about this, and this audience really care about this. That's fine. It's great. But it's that, what does the audience care about that always should be in the back of your mind in creating these speech topics. And the way you craft your speech itself, too. Because that's the final question. The audience doesn't care about it. Doesn't matter how much you know about it, how much you love it, how much you're passionate, if you know it, you love it, you know it, the audience doesn't care, everything falls apart. But if you love it, you know it, and the audience cares about it, then everything comes together. Creating a speech topic can be challenging, so you want to keep these 3 questions in mind. First is, do you love it? Do you love it? Do you eat, breathe, and sleep this topic? Is this one of your hobbies? Is this something you've always wanted to do? You've always been interested in? Do you love this? You're thinking, yeah, I love it. This is just so good. It just warms me inside just to be thinking about this. If you don't have that little tingle inside you when you think of this topic, it's not as good a speech topic as it could be. But if you really love it, you're thinking, yeah, this is really nice. This is really coming together. So everything generally works with this topic. Then great. Get the first part of getting a great speech topic. Next is, do you know it? Do you know it? Great to love it, but you got to know it. You got to know it. If you don't know it, you got to learn it. Got to learn it. Either way, I want to make sure that you know it. So you get up there, you know what the heck you're talking about. Passion will only take you so far. A knowledge of the subject all the way through. So yeah, I know this thing. I know how this works. I know where it goes. I know what it's about. I know how all this stuff comes together. That's the whole thing. Knowing all of that. When you know it, then you can go in and say, hey, I know this. Really, I do. So your whole speech kind of hangs together because it's something you know about. Something you understand. The audience sitting there thinking, yeah, I get that. Makes sense. I see how all that stuff kind of fits together. That kind of fits with what I'm thinking about it. Yeah, okay, great. And then, even if you love it, even if you know it, still got to ask the question, what does the audience care about? What does the audience care about? That's key. That's really key. So what the audience cares about determines what your topic is about. Because if you love it and you know it, and your audience is saying, I want nothing to do with this. It doesn't matter to me. You're wasting your time. Your speech is not for yourself. Speech is for your audience. Always for your audience. So you're thinking, okay, what does the audience care about? Or another one is, why would they care about this topic? What topics they care about, and if this is my topic, why would they care about this topic? What could I really make for this audience, this topic focused on, that they would get into, interested in? That's key. You do all that, and it starts coming together. And that's the way it worked for me. Speech topics. Okay, great. Do I love it? Started talking about things I love. I discovered I could just keep on going and practice longer and longer. Do I know it? If I didn't know it, I'd learn more about it. But if I loved it, probably I was learning about it already, and I know more and more stuff about it. And then finally, okay, does the audience care about it? Does the audience care about it at all? Now, my audience are people who are trying to become better speakers. I always think about, what are the things that will help people become better speakers the quickest? That if they know these tips, these particular tips really help them just rocket in their improvement. That's for me. And it really helped develop my speaking. And develop topics and help me be able to create quick speeches and say, okay, I know it, I love it, this is the audience should care about it, great, this will work. And once you start adapting these 3 questions, you'll notice all of a sudden you take a different approach to topics. Instead of thinking, oh, what I'm going to talk about, I really don't know, and just picking a topic out of the air, you think, okay, all right, what do I love? What do I really love and interested in? All right, great. All right, what do I know about it? Okay, yeah, I know that. And then, why would the audience care about it? Does the audience care about it? Do I need to change their opinion, or are they already caring about it? Once you start doing that, you get a new confidence in your topics. You notice your audience responding instantly. Your audience is leaning in and more excited and more interested because they're saying, oh, yeah, this is a great topic. This is going to be a great speech. I love this. They're already bought in your speech before you even go on because the topic just connects them so deeply. And that makes you more secure and more satisfied as a speaker. You look better, you feel better, you sound better, and the speech just goes better. So remember, when you're selecting your topic, 3 questions. What do you love? What do you know? Does the audience care about it?